Hiya guys, welcome back to the channel. We are playing some Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. I was going to play 2018, which I've just added to my Steam library, and I know, only 8 years late to the party, am I right? But it wasn't really running very smoothly, so I'm going to play 2015. I'm going to continue the career that I've already been on, so we've already got some upgrades, which is going to make this a little less painful to watch, hopefully, anyway. Just got our lovely loading screen here, and then we're going to jump in and fix up some cars. Any second in your own time, game. I say in your own time. This isn't going to make for compelling watching. I do apologise. Here we go. Right. So, we've got a blank bay. We need to get a job. I've got a job. Car mechanic, but we need to take on a job, a car to fix up. So we've got filters, timing issues, gears, sloppy steering, brakes and gearbox. Quite a lot to that. Filters, timing, brakes, loud when accelerating and gearbox are similar jobs. Let's take on the Delray Imperator. We've got another loading screen, but once we jump in, we will actually be fixing up our car. Yeah, basically we finished our playthrough of Dog's Life last week, so anyone who's missed that, you can now go and catch the entire series, and please do, it was actually really good fun. Right, let's have a look and see what's wrong with it. We can press O, find out, so it's got air filter, fuel filter, oil filter. Air filter we can access from the top. Fuel filter I think we can access from the top. Oil filter we'll access from underneath. Timing parts, it's all belts and tensioners and a water pump and pulley. That's straightforward. I think we can do all that from the top. General running gear, control, repair. We'll have to find out what's wrong. Probably have to take most of the car apart to find out. Sloppy steering again. That's going to be probably tie rods, steering axles, things like that. It should be fairly simple. 4 parts to discover. Brakes, that we'll have all the wheels off then, and gearbox problems. Right, that being the case, I think we'll just take everything apart. So we will start, we'll come around and have a good look at it. There we are, look. Straight off we've got the ABS pump we can see is gonna want to come off. I'll just remind myself of the controls as well. It's been a little while since I played this game, not super long, I do quite enjoy it, but it has been a little while. So we take off the ABS module and then get to the pump. That's just going to come out nicely. There we've got down there, look, the steering rack we can see is going to come out. The fuel filter here, that's just going to lift straight out. And then we can start taking the engine apart, because I think we're going to need to. And if I'm wrong about that, well, never mind, because we're going to put it all back together again anyway. Let's see how quickly we can take this car apart and fix or replace all the parts that need it, and put it all back together again. That's what we're going to aim to achieve this episode, I think. This is probably going to be a one-off. Anything else? Oh, this one up here. There we are. I don't think I'm going to make a series of this, at least not at the moment. Could do in time. Right, we need to take off this idle roller. That is stopping us from getting to anything else. By the looks of things, now we can take off the serpentine belt. And get the water pump pulley, and then we can get the water pump out, and that's one of the things that we need to replace, I think. So it's all good. We'll take that off of there. One of the nice things, now don't get me wrong, I would not suggest that by playing this game you should then go away and just start working on cars. I don't. But what's quite nice is now I can sort of look under the bonnet of my car and recognise parts of the car. I am not going to muck about with it at all, don't get me wrong. I'm not a mechanic, and playing a game is not going to make me a mechanic. I know that. But it's just quite nice that now you can look at your engine and go, oh, I know what that is. Vaguely. And I have an idea of what it does and how this all works together. Which is quite nice. It's not really a mechanic simulator. It says it on the tin, but yeah, it's not going to qualify you. So, and I've got no pretense about that. Quite a fun game though. I quite like it. Let's have the coils cover off. Get those ignition coils out and then the spark plugs. Just like that. I wish it was just like that. Yeah, seriously. And I guess the other thing is, with this, you can take a car apart in this game and then put it back together. It will tell you if anything's missing. I would not have the same confidence taking a car apart in real life and thinking I could put it back together and not miss anything, because real life isn't going to have a little checklist saying, oh, you can't leave it like that, you've forgotten this rubber bushing, which is usually what I end up forgetting in this game. Yeah, if you miss a small part, it could do your car a lot of damage. So leave it to the professionals. They actually know what they're doing. I shouldn't have to be telling you this. And yeah, don't come to me for car advice either, because IRL, I don't know a lot about them. And that is the truth. Oops. Get the cam gears off. Here we go. Right. Now we can get the camshafts out. What have we got here? Piston rods? Do they have to come out yet, or...? Nope, we've got to take the exhaust manifold off to get inside there. Here we are then, look. It all connects up, doesn't it? You know, the head bone's connected to the neck bone. The engine head's connected to the exhaust manifold. Right. I think we'll have to come back to that then. Let's have these bits off. Maybe we have to go underneath and start taking bits off before we can take these other bits off up here. And that's the other thing, we've got this car up on a lifter. Put it up and down as many times as we like. I do not have a lift at home. Right. Not sure what the problem is there then. My guess is that we will have to go underneath. So, let's come out and pop the car up. We've got to get to the brakes anyway, and the steering. So, we're going to have the wheels off. We're going to see what we can fix rather than replace. That caliper's in good condition. The brake pad underneath, not so much. Nor the brake disc. Bits of this car are in pristine condition. And other bits are rusty as heck. Coming round then, we've got our outer tie rod here. I'm going to leave that cross member. We might have to check the rubber bushings actually. I was going to say leave it so that we don't have to take all those little parts out that I always forget, but sadly I think we're going to have to check them anyway, because I should imagine one of them is going to be a problem. We have to access that from the top. Or do we need to take that off first? No, it's this, look. We do have to get the suspension out to be able to get that. Is that knuckle housing? Knuckle A. We'll have to get that out. That needs replacing. Okay. Take these rubber bushings out. Because I think at least one of them is probably going to need replacing. And that comes from having played this game enough to know that they usually make one of them, at least one of them, an issue. We'll take it all apart and then we'll put it all back together again at the end. So we'll take this wheel off. The other thing is, in this game, you can sort of walk through the car. You can't do that in real life. Unless you're a really good mechanic. Maybe then. No, I don't think so. See, this side's looking a bit not so nice, isn't it? Anyhoodle. Well, the knuckle on this side is pristine, at least. So we'll only have to take off bits if they're looking problematic, which they're not. I'm still going to check these rubber bushings. That one looked fine. That looks like a problem. But also we have to take it off to get the inner tie rod out, to get the steering rack out. So there we go. That one's fine as well. Okay, well, never mind. We'll have a look, won't we? This one, we've got screws at both ends. We'll just quickly unhook this. This is how we're going to get into the gearbox and take the rest of the engine apart, I think. Come up this end, we can get the starter off, and now we can get the gearbox off and have a look at what's going on inside there, because it did say that we had gearbox issues. So we'll have a little look inside. Clutch pressure plate is rusty as anything. We'll take that off. And then we also want to have a look inside the engine anyway, I think. I'm going to take the whole lot apart. Clutch plate might be okay. Flywheel looks okay. Right, I think I need to bring it back down again then. No complaints about the bodywork, were there? There we go, get the throttle off. That's why I couldn't take the top off. Okay. Let's have that out. Now we can take the intake manifold off. Now we can get the engine heads off. And then I think we're going to get into the pistons, piston rods, piston heads perhaps. They'll have to come out from underneath, almost certainly. So it is up and down on the lift a little bit. No, here we are. Piston with conrod. Let's take them out. Because I don't know if any of them are going to be problematic. So we might as well have them out. and give them a little check over. That's going to be accessible from below. So I'll put it back up, then we've got to look at the back of the car anyway. Am I going to have to take this out? No, I don't think so. Here we go. Let's zoom in. These look actually alright, don't they? Do any of them look rotten? No. I think that all looks alright. I'm going to leave that then. Let's come to the back of the car. We've got some issues back here, I think. Rub the wheels off. Let's see what sort of setup we're dealing with. Brakes off. There we are. I think I need to take all this out. I might not, but we can have a good look at everything anyway, can't we? Get the suspension out. Here we are. See that rear sway bar, that is a problem. Take the rubber bushings out, just in case. I do sort of wonder if we should just take everything apart at this point. Probably don't need to. That rubber bushing, look, that's why I want to take them out, because that one is not in good condition. That's going to need cleaning up or replacing. I think this one's okay. Right, get the wheel off. There we are. This is looking very messy on this side. And we'll see what tools we've got in terms of how much we can fix. We'll take it over to the workbench, all these bits, and see what we can actually sort out ourselves. Right, so we need to get this off, and then we can get the suspension arm off. Lovely. Now, can we get that out yet? No. It's attached to this, so I think after this we can get it out. Okay, have we identified everything? Let's have a little look at our list. We've got our filters. You know all that. We've got all those parts now for the gears. Sloppy steering we've got. Got all the brakes. And the clutch pressure plate. Let's come over, whoops, come out of that view. Let's come over to our workbench here, our repair table, and let's see, chance of repair 80%. Well, let's have a go. You managed to repair the part. Okay. You did not succeed. No, that's the risk we take. We repaired it. Hey! I want to have a go at these as well. Nope. There we go. Right, so we've repaired what we can. Now we need to replace what we can. And this is where I need to go I to see what we've got. And I want to filter by condition. So I need a brake pad. Actually, I wonder by name. Then we can see, because I've got two brake calipers, so I I'll put the orders in at the same time. 1 belt tensioner, 2 brake calipers. We're going to my tablet. We'll go to the car part shop. We want a belt tensioner. There we are. And we want brake caliper. So we want 2 of those. Oh, we didn't get that belt tensioner then, did we? There we go. Now what I'm going to do is sell that. Sell that. Sell that. We need to get 2 brake discs ventilated and 2 brake discs. So we just type in. Oops, sorry about that buzz. We just type in brake disc. And we get 2 ventilated and 2 not so ventilated. And then we can sell those. And we can sell those. How many brake pads do I need to get? 3. One of them is in very good condition. Brake pad. 3 of those. And sell off the ones that we don't want to keep. They're all in good condition. Clutch pressure plate. Type it in. Clutch pressure plate. It's all in good condition. Front steering knuckle A. Fuel filter. Get those put in. Front steering knuckle A. We want a fuel filter. So now we can sell that and that. That's all in good condition. Oil filter V8. 2 outer tie rods. Oil filter V8. And 2 outer tie rods. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Pistons are all good. Need a rear shock absorber. Yeah, no, I'll type in rear shock. Was it an A or a B? I think it was an A, wasn't it? Yeah. Rear suspension arm A and rear sway bar B. Rear suspension arm A and rear sway bar B. There we go. Only 1 rubber. Yep, 1 rubber bushing. Good job I checked them though, isn't it? This is where we find out that there is going to be a small rubber bushing that I haven't checked, but hopefully not. 1 spring cap, 1 rear sway bar rear end link. Okay. And then sway bar rear end link. There it is. I don't have the best memory, so when you can unlock the tablet in this game, it's like the best thing. Then you can check your inventory, check your tablet. You don't have to keep running back and forth to the computer and stuff. Right, I need 2 timing belt V8s and 1 water pump pulley. Timing belt V8. Timing belt V8. 2 of those. And a water pump pulley. I think it was just that one, wasn't it? But let's check. Make sure I get the right part. Yep. It's that one. Okay. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. And that is everything ready to go back on. So, we'll put the back together first. We need to go into assemble mode. Mechanics assemble. Marvel Mechanics assemble. Right, get these. I want to get the rubber bushings in. Ideally. Before I go putting anything else in and it getting in the way. Right, pop that on, like that. So there we go. And this is how we do it. Who's that? Montel Williams? This is how we do it. Most top-notch mechanics, I reckon, sing that all day, every day. There we go, lovely clean brake disc, brake pad, caliper goes on. Beautiful, look at that. Come across this side. Get this put back in. Get me rubber bushings in straight away. Before we forget. Like that. There we go, all these parts that we fixed and bought. All going in. On that goes. Whistle while you work. Let's do this. Nice and quick, eh? Get the brake disc back on. The pad, caliper, and then the wheel. I think they're going to be quite happy with the job we've done. Hopefully. We've been quite quick. I want to use these to get up the car. I can't be bothered. Right. Let's... Crumbs. What's going on here? Let's get in under here. Do I want to put the oil filter back on yet? Need to put the pistons with conrod back in, don't I? We've done them an oil change anyway, so that's good. Because if we had to change the oil filter, then probably just as well we do them an oil change as well. I reckon. And like I say, I know nothing about cars, so you should listen to me. Right, let's get in under here. There we go. I thought I'd have to put those back in before I could put the oil pan back on. Do that. Like so. Come around and get the oil filter on. Boom. Steering rack. Shouldn't get in the way of the gearbox stuff. So I might put all that on now anyway, just to make sure. Screw these in good and tight. Now we can put our clutch release bearing. And then the clutch. Oh! Clutch pressure plate's on. Of course it is. Just done that. Clever stuff, isn't it? These cars. Let's get the... How do I get this on then? Let's come down here. Get the drive shaft back in place. Drive shaft, do you remember them? You all, everybody. We, years ago, but obviously when it first aired, so you're talking 24, 25 years ago, sat and watched the first 2 series of Lost. They were put on Channel 4, and then it was taken off, and I think I watched the first episode of Series 3 online, but didn't stick with it. Anyway, finally got round to watching them all year before last, I think. Maybe last year. It was alright. Well, we got to the end of it, so it can't have been totally horrible, because my patience doesn't last with these things. I didn't get as fed up with it as some people did. Some people got so annoyed about it. And yeah, I get where they're coming from. It did really lose its way as it went on. But it wasn't that bad. It was entertaining enough. Total rubbish. God, blimey. They could have done some really interesting stuff with it. And that's all I'll say. They could have. Right. I think once we get all these bits on, we can then access everything else from the top. I did put the, yeah I did, the steering rack. I've missed something though. Aha, well luckily we didn't have to take everything apart again to get to it. There we go, now we can get the wheel on. Like so. And we'll come across. So I don't think I've ever put any car mechanics sim up on the channel, have I? Which is surprising to me a bit, because I really like this game. So I'm just, you know, I mean it is what it is, it's not a problem. I'm just surprised that I haven't put it up before. Doing it now. There will almost certainly be more in the future. It's a really chill game, this one. I was thinking of doing it as a Wednesday winding down series, like we're doing Cattle Country at the moment. I I did think we could do a few episodes. I wouldn't do like loads and loads and loads though, because it is sort of the same thing every time you're fixing up cars. So I don't know if we'll do that. We'll give that some thought. Maybe it would work better. That might work better as rather than pre-recorded material. Maybe as a stream, because it's something that you don't have to be paying attention to the game all the time. You can, do a bit more chat and stuff like that, you know. I'm not sure how this will work as a pre-recorded video. I think it's quite satisfying, hopefully. But yeah, maybe it would work better as a stream. People come in and just natter away. It'd be like a just chatting stream, but with a bit of car mechanics in. So there's something going on screen as well. Right, we'll get these in. Get spark plugs back in. We can do this later, but they can be a little bit fiddly, so we'll just do them while we're here. So fuel filter. Get the ABS pump in. And the module. Screw that back on. Like this. And we'll get the exhaust manifold. So, I guess in a way, you're getting a double helping of chill streams this week. Not streams, videos. Because you've had your cattle country, and now you're having a bit of car mechanic simulator, which is very slow paced. I hope you don't mind. And no, my name's not Elton. Alright, come on in. We've still got a bit to put back together, but we're getting there, aren't we? I think we're nearly there. Got all the belts and stuff, pulleys to put on. Whoops, in you go. Oh, we've got the air filter as well, haven't we? I haven't done that. Do we have the air filter? I think we do have to do the air filter. And we've got to top up the oil as well at the end. Which we'll do. Get that on. Get all this business on. Pop this on. And get the fuel rails on. And put the throttle back in place at the back there. Whoops, like that. Okay, so it's all the business at the front now, and then we'll have a look at the air filter to finish up. Again, a little bit fiddly with those clips. Not a problem, but a little bit fiddly. So look at this. It's all looking pristine now, isn't it? You think how it came in. It was in a very sorry state, wasn't it? This car. Not now. No siree. We have done a tremendous job. Right, we're going to get that belt on. Here we go then. Water pump pulleys going on. Whoops. like that. And we can get this belt on, then we can get the belt tensioner on in a minute. In here. And we'll put the, no we won't, we'll do the old, this we will. Then we'll put the, what are they called? They go over the spark plugs. I thought I had to put them on first, then we'll put in the final cover. So here we are. Ignition coils. There we are, look. Any of them, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which one, just put it on. Coils cover. There we go. Put this on. And all in pretty good time. You never really know in this game how long a job's going to take. And I was like, I don't want it to go on too long, because I don't know what length videos people like. Right, let's go back to disassemble mode. Got to get these clips off, which I really love doing. That one hasn't come off even. We'll get that off, get that out. Let's go and see if we can fix it. I don't think we can. Where are we going? Over here. Can we fix it? No. Okie doke. Well, we need an air filter. Air filter. Not a fillet. Goodness. Air filter. I can spell properly. There we are. I'll pop that back in then. Like that. Get the cover on. Get the clips on. Like so. Now, I'll take that off and put some oil in. And you can usually tell you've done enough when the oil tap that we're holding here does that. That should be enough, but we will check it. We've got the dipstick here. We'll have a quick look. There we go, look, perfect, isn't it? Right halfway between min and max. Think that's job done. No, look, sloppy steering. What haven't we done? Steering rack, I've done. ABS pump, I've done. Ooh. Not happy about the ABS pump. And yeah, I've done it. I'm selling it, we did that. Not selling it. You know, charging for the work. Don't know what that was about. I don't know why it thought we hadn't done those jobs. We absolutely had. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching me. Cattle Country. And I don't know what I'm doing next week in terms of video content. But I will see you again very, very soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.